Love you, Linda. Love you.
In the courthouse the other day, in the hallway, you're singing "Oh Happy Day."
Drums of war beat through the night. Victory, oh what a sight. Oh brave souls in the storm, raise your swords, no more to mourn. Giant hearts in battle form, legends forged and never torn.
Oh, there you are. Hey.
Yeah, hi.
What are you
My
doing up
head's
there?
cut off. Hi. How you doing?
We got some gremlins working on the weekend.
Yeah, well, I should show you. This is from my old office of Linda B. Kenny. It's
We
now
had some
Linda Kenny
merch.
Bodden. I have merch. I've had merch, and so I wore it because I wanted to remind everybody we have a merch store. We have a merch store, and I own every single legging that we have. Okay, doesn't surprise everybody.
Yeah. No, we're not.
We could be, but we did have out of stock a lot of the mugs, the cups are very important. Very happy. I have a couple, one of them right here. And I know we're showing for the merch store, now. But here we are. Here we are. I'm cutting my head off a merch store. So take a look at our merch store. Okay. It's fabulous. It's terrific. And, I've had merch stores all along, but I can't get you this. This is a one of a kind, left only. Okay. So
who says
with that,
justice can't be purchased? You can. Purchase from justice. I'm hungry. I need a little snack. Let's talk about. We've kind of put this off for a few days, but it is worth a mention, and that is the latest Michael Proctor revelation. Thanks to Ted Daniel at the TV station there. I think he's 25. Is that right, John?
Yes,
25?
Boston, right. Boston.
Did some, these FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act. Sometimes you get gold, sometimes you get a lump of coal. And he had asked for basically the logs for cars driven by Trooper Proctor, his car, basically. And through that, he was asking for tracking information because he wanted to find out, as an investigator might, where Trooper Proctor had been on certain days and times and how it meshed with the various investigations he's been tied to, not just the Karen Reed's debacle. So he gets it back, and basically one reading that the car had been in operation for 8 seconds.
Right. I
mean, what does that tell you?
Something was going on, but how this happened is he started this investigation, but he started this investigation because of this, and I'm going to credit Ted Daniel completely. This is his X account, his Twitter account, because remember there was an order about a week and a half ago that said that Michael Proctor's data, cell phone, we talked about it on the show previously, turns out had been stored in the cloud since 2013, I think it was, even though he got new phones, had a lot of stuff on it and a lot of bad stuff that would affect cases. And so what he did is he listed for everybody the cases it could affect. And so that's one area, that's one issue. And if you go to his Twitter account, you will see that there's 19 cases apparently. And we've already seen that Sergeant Sean Good from Canton Police Department has been placed on apparently paid leave as a result of maybe being involved with Proctor Tax. If you recall Sergeant Good, he was the leaf blower guy who was lauded by the security company doing the audit, saying, well, it was inventive. Well, apparently it may not have been so inventive. But anyhow, so one thing leads to another. That's what happened here. One thing left to another. And we ended up with Ted Daniel doing these things. And so the Massachusetts State Police, it turns out, spent, according to Ted Daniel's investigation, $70,000, Michael, $70,000. That's a lot of Chanel shoes, okay, a month on a sophisticated GPS tracking system to have accountability. It's like
they don't have body cams. Remember, no body cams.
No.
Massachusetts State Police, I don't even know where they are with body cams. We know Canton PD had none. But anyway, they're spending money on these trackers.
Right. They want to know where. It's like when your Uber drivers coming up and you see them. George Orwell, the company knows where the Uber drivers are, and you can even know where they are. Well, they wanted to know where their police cars were
it's
going.
So much more important with law enforcement than Uber. Uber has you covered, but not the people who are supposedly investigating crimes, rather than disappearing for a 4-hour drinking lunch.
Right. Remember we heard that during the Karen Reed case, they would go out drinking. I mean, now we know why, because this whole idea of accountability that they have, apparently $70,000 a month does not buy you accountability. And why is that? Because hundreds of the Massachusetts State Police cruisers, now I don't know how many total they have, but certainly I guess with the detectives and all, there's certainly hundreds, have a kill switch. A kill switch, Michael.
I think they should never even have told anybody that they're on there, because what are you going to do? If you're the patrol officer, you're going to say, oh, I don't like that. Okay, well, then quit. Go get another job. But to give them the ability to switch it off, it's so abusive. And it's not like a body cam where those materials might be looked at more often than not. I mean, really, unless you're like Ted Daniel, who's looking for the tracking information on these cars? That's
Right,
just,
no one.
no, nobody.
And apparently Proctor had been paid overtime because he and a Canton police detective, Kevin Albert, does that name ring a bell? That ring a
Yes.
bell?
Wasn't he
Who's
the
that?
one? Wasn't he the one that had forgot his gun, lost his gun somewhere? Wasn't that him?
Oh my gosh, Albert. I think I've heard that name before. Okay, stated that they had gone to from Boston to Cape Cod. Many people go to Cape Cod, but to work a what has been dubbed in media cold case, right? And then apparently during that time, and this will come as no surprise, they stopped for beers at the Treehouse Brewery in Sandwich. I don't know how far that away is from Canton or Boston. And they, before having dinner, and then more drinks in Hanover on the way home. So I guess he was able to find, where are you going? Where are you going? And so he looked at Trooper Proctor's records, and this 1/8 seconds that supposedly, would make it that he would never leave his driveway, but he had left his driveway. So why didn't the car register? Why didn't it register? So Ted Daniel asked the questions, and he's got the answers. And that's so the kill switch was put in allegedly, so if troopers were on a sensitive case,
Oh,
they
like
could get
undercover or something.
Yeah, they could get permission from their supervisor. To turn off the GPS tracking on their car, as if the bad guys were going to know they were there to follow the GPS tracking. What do you mean you turn off the GPS tracking in a car? You still have your phones and everything, your personal cell phones and all, which I doubt were turned off, as we've learned. So yeah, this is where what happened, and so there's a lot more revelations. Ted Daniel, as far as I'm concerned, is an old-fashioned investigative reporter, right? He's what reporters should do, and do that grunt work and then do that grunt analysis. And boy, did he come up with some winner here. We'll see if it affects him more.
Wearing out a little shoe leather, and credit to his employer that allows him to do that, because these days a lot of the outlets aren't willing to invest the time and effort through a reporter to do the work that he's doing. So good for them, good for him. And we're happy to credit him whenever we steal some of his material.
Yeah, we're not stealing. He's been on the show a lot. And, we would normally ask him if it's after 6 o'clock on a weekday, but on a weekend to come on and repeat. But no, we're not going to do that. But for those of you who don't know, Ted Daniel has the whole story. He's done some clips. He's done some video on it. Please go to him and look. But we're snacking it to you. We're giving you a little tea time snack, and then you can go have dinner.
This is Justice Served TV. Enjoy the weekend and try to do the right thing.